What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a $1 esports finals venue all the way up to a $275 million esports finals venue and everything in between. Starting off with this guy. This is the LCS Arena. Okay. Sorry about that. A Riot Games rep just told me it's actually now called the Riot Games Arena. Now obviously this venue costs money to build and to run, but what does it cost compared to an average LCS day if you're going to do the finals there? Basically nothing. All right, before we get to the $275 million venue, let's look at the next step up. Wait, there's really nothing in between? What the? Sorry about that again. A Riot Games employee just told me that there's basically nothing in between the $1 venue and the $275 million venue. So, this is PNC Arena where spring finals were held in Raleigh last year. Its construction cost was $278 million when adjusted to 2022 inflation. So it's probably a $500 million venue in 2024. It's so massive that we didn't even get close to completely filling it last year. Well, there you have it, guys. That's every venue that you could possibly have for an LCS spring finals. When we get back, we'll be comparing a minimum salary rookie to a $6 million import. But first, here's a sponsor message from outside that $1 spring finals venue. Have you ever gone to your nearest search engine, looked up your name or email, and just seen all the results, like how much information is out there about you? They can be pretty creepy. Data brokers can sell your information to scammers, spammers, and anyone else who may want to target you. Your full name, email, home address, health records, and relatives, it's all out there. That's why I've been using Aura, sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me what data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use this information to help them access my social media accounts, bank accounts, or other sensitive information. Aura does so much more to protect me and my family from threats I can't see. It's really easy to set up, so I don't have to download several different apps to get things like antivirus, VPN, password management, parental controls, identity theft insurance, and more. I get everything at one affordable price. You may already have one or two of these tools already, but not having Aura is like locking the front door and leaving the back door wide open. Aura's always on protecting me so that I can stay safe with peace of mind. I value my privacy and I value yours. You can go to aura.com/TravisGaffer to start your free 2-week trial. It's also linked in the description below. And thanks Aura for sponsoring this video. Officially, the LCS Spring Finals has been announced and the location is the LCS Arena. Yep, at the end of an 8-week-long, 6-week split, we're going to be having the players go into playoffs where they will lift the trophy on the same exact stage that they've been playing on the entire year. Now, most of the reactions I've seen to this are, this makes sense. You know, the LCS is struggling and this is just kind of the inevitable end of that, to which I say, fuck that. I 100% agree that the LCS needs to scale back. I mean, it's esports winter and even I'm cutting things back at TGI. I still haven't told Drew that I'm going to be cutting his day rate in half. What? Yeah, it's honestly still better than what happened to the NACL observers. But let's take a look at spring finals from last year. You're telling me that we can either have that or this?
And they have far surpassed that team, far surpassed anything this organization has accomplished.
Rush into it, they got very close to meeting that record.
It's such a false dichotomy to suggest that there's no manageable solution here. I mean, you probably don't know this, but the Pacific Southwest hasn't had a major league event since Worlds was here all the way back in 2016. It's been 8 years. There are a lot of options within driving distance. I mean, EVO takes place in Vegas, and that event definitely does not cost a lot. You can oftentimes get Vegas venues for pretty cheap just by working with the casino. And then you also have San Diego, which is just 2 hours south of Los Angeles, never gets esports events, is still a major city. And you could just go take the San Diego State Amphitheater, throw the LCS stage up on top of it, and still have an audience of 4,500 people in a really cool venue that you could theme out and make it feel very unique. Let's say you don't even want to spend money on hotels. Well, take a look at this event from 2017, Overwatch. Before Overwatch League even existed, they held this in Barker Hangar, which is at the Santa Monica airport, and it's pretty awesome. I was there and the arena was big and there were a ton of fans there, and this thing is only 6 minutes away from the LCS Arena. And maybe at the end of this you're saying, well, hey, why do any roadshow at all? And if you are one of the fans who watched during the COVID years where everybody was at home and you feel no difference between that and what we have now in the LCS Arena, then I'm probably not going to be able to convince you of this at all because you just don't care. I think that the majority of fans, including myself feel that the setting of the tournament, the scale of its stage, and the number of people in the live audience dramatically changes the value of that trophy. Every player aspires to lift that trophy in front of thousands of people on the big stage. I spoke about this whole concept a ton all the way back in a 2018 video I did whenever the spring finals that year got temporarily scaled back. And while I don't want to spend this whole video discussing it and relapsing it again, I do just want to say that like anybody who suggests that the arena and setting of these events doesn't matter, that's a major cap, as Valorant players would say. I also want to address some comments and reactions that I've seen online that are suggesting that this is just a natural result of the layoffs. And I just never heard of a spring finals location before those layoffs. I don't think that there was one and that this had to be planned. I just don't think that's directly linked. Secondly, they are going to do a summer roadshow, and the guy who did spring finals last year is still working there, the head of events. So while there are really talented people who got laid off, including people that I am friends with, I know that they have the staff on hand to be able to support a roadshow, especially a scaled back one, and we'll see that they can do this whenever they do summer finals in a couple months during the summer. I'm excited to find out which team is going to be lifting the spring finals trophy in the LCS arena next month, but I do know exactly how you, I, and those players will be feeling when that happens.
The spring split doesn't matter.